Imagine hearing a low rumble in the distance. At first it's faint, almost unnoticeable, easy to ignore. But then it grows louder. The ground begins to shake beneath your feet. Loose dirt trembles, equipment rattles softly. You stop. Everyone does, because deep down, you already know what it is. And then, through the smoke and dust, you see it. A massive steel beast, moving slowly but with unstoppable force. Thick armor, a long, deadly gun, tracks grinding forward without hesitation, and suddenly, everything changes. You're not just facing a tank, you're facing a tiger. This is the story of the Tiger tank. During the early years of the Second World War, Germany's military forces, known as the Wehrmacht, relied on speed, coordination, and surprise. Their strategy, later called Blitzkrieg, was built on rapid movement. Tanks pushed forward quickly, supported by infantry and aircraft, overwhelming enemies before they had time to react. And at first, it worked almost perfectly. Poland fell, France fell. Large parts of Europe were brought under German control in a matter of months. German tanks at the time were not the most heavily armored, nor the most powerful, but they didn't need to be. Their strength was in how they were used: fast, precise, relentless. But in 1941, everything changed. When Germany launched Operation Barbarossa and invaded the Soviet Union, they encountered something they hadn't expected. A tank that didn't play by the same rules, the Soviet T-34. It was fast, faster than many German tanks. Its armor was sloped, making it harder to penetrate, and its gun was powerful enough to destroy German vehicles with ease. For the first time in the war, German crews found themselves at a disadvantage. Shots that should have destroyed enemy tanks bounced off. Attacks that once worked failed. Confusion turned into concern. Concern turned into urgency. Germany needed a response, not just an improvement, but a leap forward, something that could restore dominance on the battlefield. What they created was not just a tank, it was a statement: the Tiger One. Introduced in 1942, the Tiger One was designed with one goal in mind: superiority. Where earlier tanks balanced speed, armor, and firepower, the Tiger focused heavily on two things: firepower and protection. At the heart of the Tiger was its most feared feature, the 88mm gun. Originally developed as an anti-aircraft weapon, this gun had already earned a reputation for destroying tanks at long distances. Mounted onto the Tiger, it became even more deadly. It could accurately hit targets over a kilometer away. In many cases, Allied tanks were destroyed before they even knew a Tiger was there. There was no warning, just impact and destruction. But the gun was only half of the equation. The Tiger's armor was thick, especially at the front, designed to absorb hits that would destroy other tanks. Shells would strike and simply bounce away. To many Allied crews, it felt like trying to fight something that couldn't be stopped. And that feeling spread quickly because the Tiger didn't just fight, it dominated. When one appeared on the battlefield, it demanded attention. Plans changed, movement slowed, commanders became cautious. Because ignoring a Tiger could be fatal, stories began to circulate among Allied forces. Stories of shells bouncing harmlessly off its armor, stories of entire units halted by a single tank, stories of engagements where the Tiger fired first and last. And soon it wasn't just the tank that was feared, it was the idea of it. Tiger fear became a real phenomenon. Crews would report Tigers where there were none. Soldiers would hesitate at the possibility of encountering one, because the psychological impact was just as powerful as the physical one. One of the most famous examples of the Tiger's power came in 1944 in the town of Villers-Bocage in France. A German commander named Michael Wittmann, leading a single Tiger tank, encountered a column of British forces. What happened next took only minutes, but became legendary. Wittmann attacked without hesitation. One by one, British tanks and vehicles were destroyed. The narrow streets offered little room to maneuver, and confusion spread rapidly. By the time it was over, multiple tanks, armored vehicles, and transport units had been knocked out. An entire advance stopped by one tank. Moments like this helped build the Tiger's reputation as something almost unstoppable. But behind that reputation was a different reality. Because the Tiger, for all its strength, had serious flaws. It was incredibly heavy, over 50 tons. That weight made it difficult to transport. Some bridges couldn't support it. Soft ground, mud, and snow could trap it. And if it became stuck, it was not easy to recover. Its engine and mechanical systems were also under constant strain. Breakdowns were common, and in war, a broken tank is often just as vulnerable as a destroyed one. It was also expensive, time-consuming, difficult to produce. While Allied nations were producing tanks in massive numbers, Germany could only build around 1,300 Tiger I tanks in total. It was a weapon of incredible quality, but limited quantity. And war, especially on a global scale, often favors those who can produce more. As time went on, Allied forces adapted. They learned not to face the Tiger head-on. Instead, they worked together. Multiple tanks would engage from different angles. Infantry supported armored units. Air power was used to target heavy armor from above. They aimed for the sides, the rear, the weak points. Because even the most powerful machine has limits. Still, none of that made facing a Tiger any less terrifying. Inside the tank, German crews worked in tight, stressful conditions. The noise was constant. The heat could be overwhelming. Every movement, every decision mattered. They knew they had an advantage, but they also knew they were targets. And outside, Allied soldiers waited, watched, and braced themselves, because when a Tiger appeared, it meant a fight they might not win. The Tiger I represented a turning point in armored warfare. It showed just how far technology could be pushed in the pursuit of battlefield dominance. But it also showed something else. That power alone is not enough. Because as the war continued, newer tanks, improved tactics, and overwhelming production began to shift the balance. The Tiger remained dangerous, respected, feared, but no longer unstoppable. And eventually, like all weapons, it was left behind by history. Today, the Tiger I is remembered as one of the most iconic tanks ever built, a machine that inspired fear, a symbol of power, a legend born from both reality and reputation. It reminds us that in war, perception can be just as powerful as firepower, and that even the most feared weapon is never truly invincible. Because war is not decided by machines alone, it is decided by people, by strategy, by endurance. And in the end, even the Tiger could not change the outcome of the war. And that is the story of the Tiger tank, one of the most feared machines ever to enter the battlefield. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more historical documentaries just like this. And let me know in the comments, what piece of history should we explore next? Thanks for watching.